kind of busy right now, sorry. Hi and welcome back for a new video. My name is Marco, better known as Handy Plant Guy, and welcome to the second part of my house plant tour. In today's video I'm showing you all of my plants that are downstairs in my house, the good, the bad and the uglies. I'm showing you everything, and I think it's gonna be part 3 also where I'm gonna show you every plant that is upstairs in my bathroom, plant room, bedroom. I don't have plants in my bedroom, but I would say let's start right away. And today we got a little bit of company. Hi Zip! Woof! Woof! And before we get started, I want to give you a little update about my Mills bowl, because I put my monstera white monster in leca, and I put her also in this Mills bowl cabinet. This is about, I think, 3 days now. And I also put a pink Ricola in here, which I bought on the plant market in Maastricht. And almost forgot, look at the new leaf of my pink variegated papililanium. Look at this. By the way, the footsteps that you hear are from Zip. Say hi Zip. Woof. You're a cutie. Yeah. So my pink variegated papililanium, and it got much more variegation than the first leaf in my care. So fingers crossed it will go on and on and on. So when you come in, it's a really dark entryway. Hi, hi. So I got some fake plants over here, because there's really not that much light here. Then a south-facing window. I got a schleffera with mutated leaves. One over here and a regular variegated over here. Let me try this like that. Oh, I need to water it. Then we come in my living room, where the gloriosum is from the last video, where I'm gonna get rid of. And it's sprouting already because I cut it between every node. So maybe we can sell it. My Mills bowl cabinet, which I already showed you in my previous video. Here is the cutest of all. Yeah. Okay, let's start. This is an anthurium windlingeri, which I bought on the My Botanica last year, as I think it had just like 2 little leaves. So this is growing really nice. Don't be too excited. This is an Hoya. When I will put the names on screen. A variegated one, and it's not dying in my care. It's still in the original pot where I bought it from. Ah, the name. Wayeti variegated. Here is one of my big variegated monsteras, Albo. I'm gonna take a step back, and I got 2 of them. This is one on a mosspole, and the other one is over here, and I wanna put them together in one pot and on one mosspole, but I'm gonna do a monstera repot video with that. Next to her is my monstera siltepecana aurea variegated. I forgot to water her and then she's like really crispy. Here is my Antoro Velvet Alocasia. This is a new leaf in my care and she's already making a new one. We put her together in semihydro. Oh, and there's one crispy leaf. I'm gonna take that off. Next to her is my Anthurium papillilanium X, which I also bought on the plant market in Maastricht. She's making a new leaf, and this yellow leaf, I let it on till it's really crispy. Next to her is my red crystallinum, NSE, red crystallinum. I really need to make some labels with the names on it, which is looking really nice. Maybe I can put her on the table so you can see how dark the leaf really is, and just all of the red veinings. Really nice one. Next to her is an anthurium from Houseplant, which already pushed out 3 new leaves. And yes, I know I need to make a anthurium repot video. Here is a strange cactus with some pink variegation, orange, green, red, yellow. I only miss the blue, but I don't think blue comes in nature. Here's just a regular alocasia poly, which is doing not so fine, but I think she's got like a lot of corms. So I also need to do a repot with her. From Mr. Plants, my philodendron caramel marble, which puts out some really nice variegation. Here a half moon leaf. And it's also still in the original pot. Also need to do a repot. My pink birkin, which is working on a new leaf. This is a hybrid anthurium and crystallinum crossed with silver blush, with a lot of pops, and already also making a new leaf right here. This is my Spiritus Sancti, which I got from Equa Genera. I guess this is the latest new leaf. And all of the Spiritus Sanctis got like discoloration on the leaf. I don't know what it is. This was the only plant which had no spider mites or thrips. And look at this cutie here from Picockcreations. She gifted me that on the plant market in Maastricht. So if you like something like that, I will link it down in the description. And my second big monstera albo, I will take her away from the window because the lighting is too hard, I think. This is the second one, and she had really nice variegation. This is the newest leaf, which has no fenestrations, like secondary fenestration. I think this is because it's winter growth. So this big beast will be together with that big beast in one pot. Behind my sofa we got another anthurium, which I got from Curious Plants. This is Papililanium AA4 crossed with Mr. Worldwide. Also need to repot that. Next to this is my monstera Burlamax Flame. And I thought she didn't make a leaf in a long time, but she got like a rotted leaf. I think I overwatered her. And she's making a new leaf already. So nice to see that. This is also a cross like the other one. This was a pup from my crystallinum crossed with silver blush. And this leaf is misformed just because I think of the trips damage and I sprayed it with chemicals. Aglaonema, where I don't know the name of, but it's pink and I like it. A Burlamax Flame Cuttings, and I think I need to repot that, so I will put that aside. Then just a sad looking Varicosum Sunset. It used to have like really red, like blood red or wine red backing, but this one isn't doing so good because of the spider mites, but it's also working on a new leaf. Place that here. Down here we got another anthurium from Curious Plants. This is a Sarah Michelle dark form crossed with Mr. Worldwide. This is just a hybrid from the Magnificum crossed with Bessee. Look at the chunky roots, spaghetti roots. This is a sad looking Alocasia Bambino, which is doing nothing for me. So I'm also gonna put this aside on the table with the Varicosum, so that's a goner. Up here we have a little cutting from a Monstera lechleriana variegated. It's still too small to put on a mosspole. And up here is my big beast. Let me turn him around. And this is a cross between the philodendron patriciae crossed with Spiritus Sancti, and this called philodendron Amazon Spirit. And the longest leaf is like 85 centimeters. So a really nice plant and a slow grower. And I think he does also need a repot. Yeah, he's like totally root bound. In the corner we got my pink variegated Nono, Musa Nono, pink variegated, which is struggling right now in the winter, but I got a grow light just over her. And the variegation comes out white and turns pink later. So here's a bit of variegation also here. So maybe I will cut her head off, because when she's reaching the ceiling, I don't know what to do with this plant. Maybe that's an experiment. I don't know. Here are my Marantas, who are looking a little bit sad, but they're making new leaves. Next to my TV, I got another Marantas, which are looking way more happier. And an anthurium crystallinum. And I love this so much because it had like those ruffled leaves. Here's a big ruffle. That's why I choose that one. And I also put this anthurium, I think a couple days ago or a week ago in leca just to try. And okay, she's doing great. The roots looking good. So she can stay in leca right now. This is an anthurium hybrid. I don't know which one. I bought this in the garden center just as greenery plants. I think it's like Magnificum crystallinum or something. Just look at the veining. Or some silver blushes in it. I don't know. So I'm just gonna call this an anthurium hybrid. Because it don't look like a crystallinum and not like a silver blush, so I don't know. This is my big tigrina, alocasia tigrina, which is also making a new leaf, and it's gonna be a big one, I guess. She's also in semihydro. So these are my plants in my living room. And now that the Christmas tree is gone, I got space enough to put plants here again. And I got my Syngonium red arrow, which I already showed you in my video, my Halloween video. And after that video, I just cut her head off, and she's like growing insane new growth, so she's really in need of a new mosspole. So I'm wanna put her here with a new mosspole, and also my philodendron Florida mint ghost, and she's also in need of a new mosspole. So I'm gonna give those two a new mosspole now. And I already made some pre-made mosspoles. Like you can see, like the plastic sheet is a little bit longer than the wire. That's just to put it in the other mosspole right away. I'm gonna cut the corners. Just like that, then it's easier to put this onto the existing mosspole. Just like that. I'm gonna take some extra moss to fill up first. Like that. Put this in. I already got a garden stake here. Now I just need to make some holes. I forgot that. You can do that with a heat iron. Or just like that. And a zip tie. And I'm gonna take you closer. Ugh. Like now it's easier just so you can take your zip tie and tie it to the garden stake, and now it will sit in place. That's all. Cutting this off. Once I forgot to take this off and it was right in my eye, so I'm not gonna do that again. And now to connect the plant on the moss pole, I like to use some paper clips. I fold them open and then you get the perfect wire just to put your plants on. She's really leggy. Like that. And now she will find her way on the moss pole. And it's a much nicer look. Now put her here, like that. So, and now she can go on her new spot. Good job. And I also want to do the same moss pole extensions with my ghosty over here. So I'm gonna take some moss to fill this gap. You can't see anything. Just cutting the edge. Place it on top. You also can connect the wire here, but I never do that. So that's up to you. Now I'm gonna drill some new holes. Oh, there are already 2 holes in here, so I don't need to make others. Take a zip tie, pull it through. I love zip ties. Not because my dog's name is Zip, but they're so easy to use. Just like that. And I also love to use those paper clips, not just to pull the stem to the moss pole, but also for the leaves. So I take the white angle and then I can put it into the moss pole, and then you got a way nicer look of the plant. Like that. So you don't have the long pedicels. I think that's a really nice way to do some leaf management. No cable management, but leaf management. Like that. And the leaves are facing up right now, but they're will facing the light, so it will go like that. And then you can't see anything anymore from the moss pole. So just pin it on the moss pole. Take another one for those. Just like that. She got some yellowing because she also had some trips. And she was living in my IKEA greenhouse cabinet, in my Milsbo cabinet. And I took her out last year, and then she gave me like 2 really green leaves till I put her on my window, and then she put out some more minty leaves, and now she's back at her minty stage, I'm gonna call it. And she's also making a new leaf, so she will be happy with her new moss pole. Gonna place her here. Do you like it? Do you like it? Come here. Come here. Come here. Up. Up. Yeah. You want to see a really nice trick? Sit. Come here. Sit. Sit. Up. Yay! Look. Say hi. So that's it for my living room. Let's go to the kitchen. So welcome to my kitchen. This is the oldest part of the house, so it's still got to be renovating. So that will be this year or next year, I hope. But I got some plants in here because here is a south facing window and a west facing window. So they got a bunch of light in here, but that's just my winter setup for now. I got my monstera esqueleto, which doesn't look like an esqueleto. When I see esqueletos from somebody else, the leaves are like really droopy, and this one doesn't has it. So this was sold to me as an esqueleto, and I recently just put an extension up here, a small one, because otherwise I can't water it anymore. Next to the esqueleto, I got my philodendron elegans, which I bought already as a big plant, but it was on a cocoa pole. I will insert some B-roll, and I just put a regular moss pole with a plastic backing onto the cocoa pole, so it has rooted in there. It's also making some new leaves, so there's new growth. I'm happy for that. Here I got my Paraiso Verde on a moss pole, or is it a Jose Bueno? I don't know, but that's a plant where I wanna get rid of. I bought it like a little cutting with this leaf, and then it gave me this leaf. I'll try to show you a bit closer. So I bought it with that leaf. This is the leaf that came after that, and then just regular green one. So I want to get rid of that plant. That's one, that's a goner. Then I got an Epipremnum Cebu Blue variegated, marble variegated. I got that just on Facebook Marketplace, and it's finally starting to root nicely. So that's one of my favorite plants also. Next to the Cebu Blue, I got a big drama queen, my Mellow No Crisis, which also had a bunch of trips. So this leaf never came out, but she's making another one, and I think she's having not enough humidity. That's just because of the cold. So I don't know what to do with this plant. I think I give her a second chance. Maybe I should do that because the roots are looking nice. I'm gonna give her a second chance in my Mills bowl maybe. Next to her is this beautiful Chironii. And I showed you that one. I'm gonna put her down. I showed you that one on my favorite list from 2025, where she was making a new leaf, and this is the leaf which has come out. Yes, now it's in frame. And she's one of those plants which like to make some nectar, or how do you call it? I will put it on. I can't find the word today. So she's really sticky. but I hope this will get even bigger as the last one here. So she's really happy here. And in the pot, oh, it grew in the pot of the esqueleto. Look at the roots. It's my Syngonium mojito, mottled mojito. I also took her head off and propagated her. I think the propagation is on the shelf right here. We're gonna look in a minute on the shelf there. So that was just a plant where I didn't know where to put, so I just put her on the esqueleto. And a plant behind you, I'm gonna try if I can. And on the shelf behind you, there is a variegated string of hearts and some propagation because she was way too long. So I propagate her so I can put the propagation in that pot, but not today. And that's it for here in the kitchen. I'm gonna take you to the dining area, and this wall has to come out. So I wanna have big windows over there. So the space will be bigger and more light in it, which is good to have some plants. So the shelf on my south facing window, I got a trailing Hoya. The second one we saw today. So I don't know the name of it. I think it's like Silver Eskimo or something. Behind her is like a little Ripsalis, which is not mine, by the way. Here is my Florida Bronze, which just put out a new leaf. And I think I need to extend her also, the mosspole. Here we got, wait, those are two different plants. This is a top cutting from my philodendron domesticum variegated. I had like a big plant and she fell down and broke, and I propagate just the top. And upstairs I got some leaf propagation. Actually, I need to water upstairs. This is the new sleeve, and I think I'm gonna put her also on a mosspole. This is a philodendron burlemarx variegated, which isn't looking so happy right now. This is a cross between anthurium magnificum and crystallinum. Also this one, with some really velvety leaves, and I'm in love with this pot. It's really nice. Here's just a lost alocasia pink dragon. Gonna put her aside, that's also a goner. Another Hoya. I don't know the name. I'm not good at Hoyas, but she's making new growth, so she's happy here. Here we got an anthurium Queen of Hearts, which I tried to grow in leca. Okay, some nice chunky roots. This is an anthurium which I bought with Norisa at the plant outlet, which had like a red sinus, but nothing red on the back, and it's really dark. That's also the clone. There was like a little pup on here, which I took off and put in my Millsbo cabinet, which I'm gonna give to Norisa when I see her. Down here are the succulents from France, where I took the cuttings off. The propagation, the top propagation from the mojito mottled mojito syngonium, an alocasia, silver dragon, I don't know. That's this one. Here are some propagation, which I'm gonna throw away. Just a variegated, I don't know. I can't remember the name from this. But I will put the name on screen. So that's also a goner. So alocasia got more light. And this is just a propagation from a big stem from a Thai constellation. Yes, I'm trying again. So I just put her in water and there's like one little root. And just an aloe nobilis, a little one. The other one I forgot to take in the winter, so they are dead. At the windowsill we got my pink Tradescantia, tricolor or quadricolor. Up here we got, oh, I forgot the pink plants. I made a video about all of my pink plants and I totally forget that one. That's a flamingo dream. She's like really pink when the sun is out. I totally forgot her. Here are the propagations, just the corms from my pink variegated Sandarina, but I'm making a separate video with this one. Here's my cacti, which I bought in Ibiza, with pink flowers, and an anthurium clarinervium, which isn't in semihydro, but just in an aeroid mix, with some nice chunky roots. And it's so difficult to find nice pots for these kind of planters, for these kind of aeroid pots. It's really difficult. And here my pride and joy, my variegated ability. This is the newest leaf. This is the leaf it gave me after the repot. And this is just a regular green leaf. Or is there some variegated? No, just yellowing. And it's working on another leaf. So I'm really happy with that one. And this is just a variegated, I don't know which one, Sansevieria, but they are reclassified as Dracaenas. A forgetii with a ripped leaf, thanks to my dog. Anthurium forgetii. And an monstera anansonii variegated. She gave me this non-variegated leaf, then a little bit of variegation, and now she's really taking off. So I hope she will stay like that. So this was my downstairs houseplant tour. If you liked watching this video, give the thumbs up and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on my last part, part 3. And I hope to see you in that part of the video. Bye bye.